Good morning, friends. Welcome back for our new academic sessions, academic year, new semester, new subjects, new environment. Okay, so this is the first time we are going to learn online classes, I think, from your beginning of your education, right? So it is one of your experience. Let us enjoy this also. But I think it's a very good opportunity for you to avail of this environment, in this pandemic environment. So staying at home happily with the family, interacting with the friends through online and video chats, okay, happily watching YouTubes, just avoiding transportation and sitting in one place, okay, hearing lot of issues from the faculty. So lot of issues are gone in this academic year, okay. So hope you avail of this good time so that to improve your score, to improve your knowledge, to improve your experience also, right? Okay, so with all the wishes for this environment and for your career, I welcome for you for this new course, that is SWAR, Software Architecture. So hope you remember me, right? So myself, Rajeshwari. So for this semester, I am going to deal software architecture for you. But before moving our subject, I want to give introduction regarding the remaining subjects also in this semester. So in this semester, we are going to learn about 6 subjects. Okay, management science. As a student, I know very well that you are very manageable. You know the tricks of management. How to bunk the classes, how to avoid listening the class by being in the class only, how to get more marks without writing more stuff, okay, and how to execute your program without implementing, and how to get what is that I can say, how to give use more soap to faculty, right? So these are all manageable things for you. So like this subject also will give a lot of management issues for a lot of companies to get a lot of solutions and get a benefit also, okay. So in this subject, totally theory subject, you have to remember the lot of headings. If you are able to write headings at one paper every day, that's enough. Your preparation is over for this subject. Very easy. Next, grid and cloud computing. See, if you are able to manage your Google accounts, if you are able to manage your Google Drives, how are you going to manage? With a magic? No. Lot of stuff is going to be running behind ourselves. Means how the computers are connected, where the data centers are available, how they are going to store your data, how the security is going to provide. So these are all we don't know, right? But we are getting a fruitful results with a lot of connectivity just using a or clicking a buttons in terms of internet facilities, right ma'am? So this course helps us to learn what is a grid, what is a cloud, what is the connectivity between these two words, how we are going to get the service, okay. So these are all going to deal in this subject. Third subject, very important. For example, if you want to install an app also in your mobile, we should very careful for security reasons. You should verify the app information, its rating, it's a company, it's a provider, etc. Okay, for security, if there is any breach in that app, automatically our total data is going to be clear, okay. So like this, what is the algorithms running together security for us? We don't know, seriously, right? So in this subject, we are going to get some knowledge or gain some knowledge, the algorithms behind this secret, okay. Next, fourth subject, mobile application development. See, just imagine a mobile smartphone without apps. Can you? No. Okay. So as in final year, you should learn how an app have to develop. You have to be in a position that you have to develop your app own, okay, so that your whatever thoughts in your minds are there should be projected in your app, right? So for this we are going to learn a new subject called as a MAD, Mobile Application Development. Last but one SWA, our subject, that is software architecture. It's a very easy, I can say. If you able to get good score, or if you got good score in software engineering subject, this subject is over for you. That's the same, nothing but. Okay. And finally SPM, Software Project Management. If you are a good manageable student, automatically your project is going to be good, right? Because you are going to get some planning, or you are going to find a planning to complete your project. But we can't complete a project in a software industry as easily as, no, we can't. We should strive for something. What are the modules, what are the customer requirement, how to design, how to process, how to connect, how to deliver, and how to manage. So all things are issued, all the issues is going to deal in the software project management. So these are the new things you are going to learn in this semester for you. Okay, so try to welcome all the subjects, try to welcome the knowledge you are going to gain in this semester. So please don't deviate from the videos. We are going to spend almost 3 to 4 hours per day out of 24 hours. Try to listen the videos carefully so that your score is going to improve, right? You happily lay down on your bed and listen the videos. There is no problem at all. So you are comfortable in terms of mind, in terms of physically, right? So please try to avoid the one day batting for this semester. Try to avoid for the namesake, right? So out of these 6 subjects, I want to give some ranking from easy to tough according to my knowledge. Okay, I can't say my ranking is good. That is, you are better judges for that. See, for the first easy subject is not management science. It's a management science. Next one is a software architecture, very easy. Next one is a software project management, dead easy. Fourth one is a grid and cloud computing, better, but have to learn some architectures. Next one is a MAD, because you have to strive for developing an app for this lab. And finally the information security, because a lot of algorithms you have to be learn, you have to prove, and you have to, what is it, proof, yeah, have to get the proof. Okay, solving. So in this we have to strive for this information security only. Remaining all the subjects are very easy. This semester is totally a good package for you to get a better score, right now. So all the best, be ready for our concepts, right? Right, sorry, yeah, so just wait, I played some wrong video for you, just wait. Yeah, it's our video, very sorry. I opened grid and cloud computing daily. That is okay. So this is the same for the same. And so our subject is software architecture, right? Course objectives. The motto of any university is to get a job, okay, not for him but for the student. Okay, so further they are going to introduce a lot of programs in terms of BTech, BCom, MTech, MSc, B Pharmacy, etc. These are all the programs. In order to fulfill these programs, a lot of courses are introduced in terms of semesters. So every semester we used to get some 5 to 6 subjects and 2 to 3 labs, right? So for every course, the course is subject, we can say technically. For every course, they have some objectives. Okay, with some motto. What is the motto of this course is going to define in terms of objectives. So those objectives are, the student should be made to know the fundamentals of software architecture. What are the fundamentals of software architecture? It's a very important point we're going to learn. And what are the quality requirements of software system? See, building an architecture is not tough, but building a quality architecture is very tough. So that your service is going to be good, your product is going to be better in terms of service at any point of time. That's very important. So quality requirements are very, very important. Third one, how we are going to learn about in this subject is how to design, how to give styles, how to know the patterns, and how to do frameworks. So these are all going to deal in this course, patterns, design about the software. And finally, not finally but not last but one, what are the methods, what are the techniques, and what are the tools we have to use in order to build our architecture, and how to provide the documentation. Because after introducing any course or any tool or any software, we used to provide some documentation about that, okay, for the reference to any other or unknown people, right? Software architecture design and evaluation process. Finally, after getting all the tools, designs, patterns, fundamentals, we have to design of our own. That is the motto of this course, that is SWA. And next, finally, course outcomes. So at the end of this semester, at the end of your course completion, that is SWA, what you are going to learn, what is your outcome? The university set it already. What is the outcome is, so at the end of your course, the student would be able to provide architecture for large scale software systems. So the student in a position, the student is able to provide architecture for large scale systems. Next one, recognize major software architectural style, design patterns and frameworks. Yes, he used to learn this in subject, but he used to reflect this depends upon requirement. See, I have some Google company, what it needs, what are the models it needs. We have to implement that, we have to apply that, we have to opt that. So all this can be done at the end of the course. Third one, so how the documentation is going to process, what are the language we have to prefer for development of this architecture. So you are in a position to do the documentation and to develop a language also for this architecture. And next, what are the alternatives for any problem? As we have a lot of architectures in this course, at the end we are going to be seek an alternative for your design, so that you are going to get the fruitful results. And finally, you are going to get the paradigms and design for designing new systems. Paradigm means methodology. The methodology you are going to get for your architecture. So these are the nothing but course outcomes for your course, that is for software architecture. Coming to the syllabus, totally we have 5 units as usually as a part of a JN2 Anandapur. First one is envisioning architecture, means easy of architecture. Next, designing the architecture with styles, how to design styles. And we have 2 things here to create architectures, architecture 1 and architecture 2. Finally, this architecture analyzing, which architecture is better, we have to analyze that, we have to judge that. If you are in a position to judge that, automatically you gain lot of knowledge, so which is good, which is bad architecture, right? Okay, next one, textbooks. So for this, the JN2 Anandapur preferred 2 textbooks for us. One is a software architecture in practice, Lenz Bass, Paul Clements and Rick Guzman. Second edition, I used to follow this textbook only. Second one also we have, but don't prefer that. Of course, we will see. I will see. Okay, so these are the some representation for these textbooks for the first one and for the second one. Right? So these are textbooks for us. So I want to explain the software architecture representation with a single diagram. I collected this diagram or picture from the Google. Okay, so see for this, implement and evolve. What is the main theme of this architecture means? What is the main theme of this architecture? For example, if you want to start a business or mission, or if you want to get certain goals, automatically what you want to do, you have to design. After designing, we used to get some architecture. After getting architecture, we used to start implementing. After implementing, we used to get some systems. So after getting the systems, we used to confirm the architecture. Yes, this architecture is working well because of this nature. Okay, so if it is confirmed, automatically the business customers, whoever started or requested to do some architecture, they used to get some satisfaction. So whenever there is a satisfaction, no need to further implement. But if there is any deviation from your satisfaction or the requirement, automatically we have to implement and evolve again, means the process will start. So all this total cycle, the main motto is architecture. Based upon your architecture, based upon your model, based upon your knowledge to build an architecture only, the total process will evolve. If you are good architecture, automatically the good software system will develop. If you are a bad architecture or a bad learner, automatically we are going to worse the situation or the company, right? So for today I will end for this session. From tomorrow we will start the total syllabus. Okay, so till then, have a nice day, take care, enjoy, bye.